In addition to irrigation products, the irrigation industry has been an important partner in terms of the training of irrigation professionals. To date, there are well over 900 irrigation professionals that have been trained through examination-based certification for auditing, design, and installation of irrigation systems. That's relevant for not only residential settings, but also commercial settings. And also continues to be an important part of the program. As we look forward, then in the water sense arena, we're currently doing additional work on pre-rinse spray valves, which is an important product for commercial kitchens. I understand there was a meeting as recently as yesterday on that subject. Additional categories or products that we have on the radar screen include water softening systems, additional irrigation equipment, commercial toilets. Is a high priority that we'd like to sort of add to the suite of water sense labeled products so that commercial buildings, along with urinals and commercial toilets, have that option of an integrated platform. But also key to that design from the outset has been the fact that water sense labeled products have to save water. 20% has been our target from the beginning, but also they must perform. There's been sort of no compromise on that fact that no manufacturer, when we talk about a water sense labeled product, can self-certify that their product meets a specification. Every product that receives the label is tested and certified by a third-party organization, and those organizations are themselves then subject to oversight. Is it a little bit more expensive? Yes. Does it take a little bit more time to go through this testing certification process to earn the label? Yes. But I think we can all agree that sort of it has served the program well in terms of performance of products that wear the WaterSense label. I know many of you may be involved with the Energy Star program. I'm, I suspect, aware that the Energy Star program has not had a third-party testing requirement, and there's been some press lately that's affected that program. Let me assure you that the managers in the Energy Star program at EPA, working together with the Department of Energy, are working to remedy that issue. Again, the WaterSense program, in our view, has been a success. It's been a success because of your participation. It's a classic public-private partnership that I think has served the American public well in terms of managing scarce water resources better. As we look at take a couple steps back and look at the mission of EPA, basically it's very simply stated that mission is to protect public health of those 305 million Americans that I spoke of earlier and the environment they live in. As I look at the IAPMO mission statement for 1313, the vision statement, your vision statement includes protecting health and safety and supporting sustainability in emergency technology. I think sort of the objectives of the Environmental Protection Agency certainly align well with the objectives as stated in the IAPMO 2013 plan. As Administrator Lisa Jackson has emphasized on numerous opportunities, it's now time to put to rest the notion that an economic recovery and a strong environmental program are at odds. We don't believe that. In fact, we believe that it's now critical to build on the strengths that have served us well over time, those of ingenuity, invention, and innovation, and leadership in the development of new products that helps the agency, that helps the American public advance in terms of where we need to go from an environmental protection and public health standpoint. We have enjoyed our relationship with IAPMO, the International Association of Plumbing and Manufacturing Officials. From an EPA standpoint, we look forward to continuing that successful relationship. Again, thanks for the invitation to spend some time with you this morning, and I wish you a great conference. Thank you.
We have some time for some questions if anybody wants to ask some questions.
Good morning. Very great presentation. You mentioned about third-party testing. And we know that most of your water conservation products is tested by IAPMO, about 85%. Those that are a part of US EPA WaterSense. Why can't you have the same program on energy, on mechanical systems? As you know, the plumbing and mechanical codes that are about water and energy conservation, and most of the demand in our buildings is for mechanical systems. Why don't you start the same partnership with IAPMO on mechanical side?
As you all know, the Energy Star program was evolved out of the Green Lights program circa 1993, 1994. And at the beginnings of that program, third-party testing just wasn't part of the design, and they sort of built on that record over these last 15, 17 years. I think given the coverage, the events of the last 30, 60 days, my understanding is that the Energy Star program is moving towards some kind of a verification program. I personally can't speak to the details of that this morning, but my understanding is that's clearly where they're headed. They understand that sort of given the complexities of the marketplace, that the importance of being able to rely on a label in terms of what it represents, that that's something they need to consider. So I'm not able to give you a bottom line answer on that now, but my understanding is that that's clearly where they're headed.
Do you mind if we send you an email and give some suggestions about how to go?
Absolutely. If you send me an email, or Stephanie's here, you can get her an email. We'll make sure they get to the staff in the the Energy Star program.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hi. One of the questions is, WaterSense is, like you said, it's catching on and it's a great program. But what we've noticed is that it's restricted to very specific categories of products and products essentially. When you look at gray water reuse and all of that stuff, I mean, the whole thing needs to be looked at holistically in terms of all the fixtures that are required, including anything that is related to disposing water off or treating it or whatever. And how do we work with WaterSense to get additional products into that program, or categories, if you would? Because if it's going to take 10 years, it's not motivating enough for innovators to come up with products that would support the cause.